welcome everybody. We're going to focus on what's changed with the most recent release of iManage Records Manager 10.1. We're going to talk about the new features, and we're going to demo those new features.
Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have in IRM 10.1. I have logged into our web client in IRM 10.1, and our landing page happens to be the dashboards. You'll notice a fully configured set of dashboards, and these are all personalized dashboards. You can configure any metric that you want to show up on the dashboard. What I've done is I've created a first metric here on past due files. We have 66 files that are checked out, and 59 of them happen to be out past 90 days. And you can see exactly who those users are that have those files out. And for example, if I mouse over Andrew Case, you can see that he has 11 of the 59 files out, and that actually accounts for 18% of all past due files. You can see the checked out files. We know who has all the files checked out. We can see checked out boxes, delivery requests. We can see that Chicago has 63% of the delivery requests that are out. There's 27 of them. Up here is Belfast, and they have 3 files that have been requested that have not been delivered yet. And then we can see who has created all the labels in the system. In this instance, I've created 43% of all the labels that are out there. Pam Peters has created 11, and Dave Olson has created 36%. Then a little disposition metric here. We can tell you that we have 2 files that are actually checked out, but they've been approved for destruction. So in order for us to actually approve those files for destruction, we might want to get them back in our hands so that we can approve them and then go ahead and destroy those particular files. Let's take a look at how we actually create some of these metrics. I've logged in as a user that has no dashboards here, and so let's go ahead and configure one of these. Let's configure past due files. We want to go to records here that are checked out. We're going to go into our filter screen, and we're going to say we want to look at all files that have been checked out for more than 90 days. And we want to put that in a horizontal bar chart. I don't really care about any other metrics that we have here. I can look at advanced options. I can auto refresh this as often as I want. In this case, we're going to do every 5 minutes. I can pick a particular number of people, or I can show the maximum number. I'll show maximum. And instead of a percentage, I'll actually show the number of files. And then we can pick various colors for these particular charts. Since this is past due files, we'll pick the red color. I'll click OK, and this is going to create that matrix, that metric, and put it right up on the screen for us. I'll do 2 other charts once this has come up, and here you can see that information. So let's add a summary chart here. Let's look at boxes checked out. And all I want to do is all the boxes that are checked out. I just want a summary. We'll click OK, and it's going to create one of those just numbers for us up on the screen so that we have that particular number available to us. The last thing I'm going to do is create a summary here for checked out files. I want to know all files that we have that are checked out. I'll go ahead and click OK, and we'll give it a title here, checked out files. Click OK, and it should give us that number of 66 files that are checked out. And the nice thing about this is you can move these metrics around the dashboard anywhere that you want so that it makes sense and looks exactly the way that you want. Let's move on now to the actual Records Manager, the desktop client for Records Managers, and take a look at some of the other features that we had available as far as enhancements go. One of the main ones was the ability to copy and paste. Notice I have a particular jacket up here, attorney notes. We've got the property screen down below. I can actually do a right click on any of the properties down there, and you'll see I have the ability to copy that particular item. And I can move over to our any other screen that I want. Perhaps it's the barcode scanner, and now I've got the ability to paste that ID there in that particular field. So copy and paste is one of the enhancements. Another enhancement that we had was the ability to move files. So for this particular file, if I actually wanted to move this file, I can actually move it by an ID. So if I wanted to move it to client 1080, Matter 1000, I simply type in the ID there. Once I hit process, it will actually go ahead and move this particular file. In the interest of time, we won't do that. The last thing that I wanted to show was the efficiencies that we have in some of the reporting capabilities. This happens to do with the report output. You'll notice that we have an output tab down below. You've got the ability to select how you want this report to be output before you actually click OK. So in this case, you could generate a preview. You could generate a preview and then open the print dialog so that you can select a printer and print it. You can actually generate the preview and go ahead and print it right away. You could generate it as a PDF or as an XML file. Either the PDF or the XML will require you to save that to a particular location once that OK has been clicked. So those are some of the new enhancements in IRM 10.1.